to Hobby Life episode 10. It is episode 10. I can't believe we've gotten this far. Celebration time. Ding, 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 ding. So it's awesome. We got an awesome show today. We're going to be talking to Luke from Southern Hobby Supply, who is a sponsor of the show right there. Also, we're going to be checking in with Chris from Top Shelf Breaks. You guys know him. He's an OG Hobby Squad member. Also, this one's a big one. We're going to be talking to Michael Fruitman from Mike's Stadium Sports Cards. And it's a pretty good interview. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be an awesome show. Let's get to it. All right, everyone. Now, on Hobby Life, Chris from Top Shelf Sports Cards. How are you doing?
What's up, Brody? How you doing, buddy?
Not bad. Can't complain. Just chilling, pretty much. Hanging in
Good.
there.
You done with school yet? Officially?
Yes, I just finished last week, so it's been nice.
Yeah. So did our kids. Congratulations. It's done, man. Happy summer to you.
Congratulations to Chris's kids for completing e-learning.
Yeah, they did. Well, yeah, we have to thank my wife, Heather, too, because she put on quite the event of every day teaching the kids. So I know it was tough for you, too. But it's done, dude. It's summertime.
Summertime.
Love it.
Last week, watching NASCAR.
Yeah, I heard. Did they have fans in those? No fans, right?
Kevin Harvick took the win. That was a nice race. It was pretty entertaining. I don't watch NASCAR too often, but when there's no other sports on, I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, they probably had a big audience because there really isn't anything else to watch
Right.
at this point.
So, what's going on at Top Shelf?
Well, we're getting ready to open the store.
Oh.
I've been spending the past few weeks kind of getting in the mode of cleaning up because I know how you don't like it here. It's so cluttery sometimes. So I took your advice and we cleaned everything up. Went out and bought some new shelving, some big heavy-duty shelves to put all of those 5,000 count boxes on kind of in one spot.
Oh, wow.
And just kind of getting the store ready. I'm working on all the promotional and marketing materials to get the word out to everybody that we're going to be opening up. Just waiting to see what our beloved governor is going to say as far as opening goes, but we should know that within the week or so for the store. And breaks have been absolutely, I would say, quadrupled in volume and demand.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else for people to do.
Right, and for obvious reasons. Look, we have no professional sports to watch.
Well, there's WWE, but I mean...
Yeah, that's in AEW, but there's no sports to watch. There is no sports to gamble on, and there is no sports to play daily fantasy sports on.
I wouldn't be gambling on sports anyway.
No, you're not, but I'm saying there are people who do because it is legal in certain states. So the only thing left to do, I guess, to get close to sports is literally opening up cards.
Or watching NASCAR.
When watching NASCAR. Yep.
Are there any family breaks coming up soon?
The family breaks. So those family breaks I started, 5-6 years ago, Brody, when I started TSB. I would do those family breaks with the gold packs. And then over time, I don't know why, I just got away from it. And I just started realizing that as my kids get older and starting to work with you, that, I really need to get back to that. And it's kind of a wave of creativity, Brody, that comes over me when I get in the mood to do these. So it's hard for me to commit to doing them every week or even every other week because then I have to make sure I have the right products, have the right items, and I want them to be how they are. A lot of value and a lot of fun and well prepared versus just each week trying to make it the same. They will return. And I would say probably within the next week or two we'll get back to them.
Pretty excited. Family night was a lot of fun. You played some pretty awesome songs.
Yeah, we did. The family breaks, for people that are wondering, is it's very, we're a family-oriented kind of operation to begin with, but the family breaks, I want it to be where the parents bring their kids in to the chat room. We start earlier instead of 9:30 East Coast time or 10, so we start around 7 o'clock, and everybody gets something, right? You get your black box, and inside your black box are packs and hit packs and random cards and all kinds of different things. And then we build a break around it. So you have the thrill of the kids learning about breaks, and they get their teams. And I know somebody traded you back the White Sox at one time.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty excited about that.
Shout out to Carl Barron, awesome dude.
Oh, that's right, in New Zealand.
Yes, in New Zealand.
He is in New Zealand.
It's gotta be. Is it tough to ship to New Zealand? Is it like a lot of money or?
No, oddly enough, I asked Tommy this order. I said, hey, we had to send out to Carl. I'm curious what the cost was, and it was probably only a few dollars more than what it would be to like ship to California. Mm-hmm. Australia is expensive though.
Yeah.
That's I thought maybe.
Stop! It is time for pointless game time.
Oh no! Here we go.
Da 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 da.
Pointless game time. Okay.
Chris
It's
Keller.
definitely gonna be pointless.
Chris Keller, earlier this week you were dropped off a special top secret prop for this game show. Do you have this prop?
I do have this prop. It's a branded box of tissues, which is probably for the White Sox this year because they're going to be crying. You're going to need this, but yeah, that's
okay,
what this is
Cubs fan.
Yeah, I have them right here.
Today's game show is going to be a Twitter versus Instagram battle. Brody, you will be playing for a Twitter contestant we randomly selected. And Chris, you will be playing for an Instagram follower that we randomly selected. Brody,
Good.
your contestant is Luke at Luke49062514.
I like those numbers.
And Chris, you will be playing for HOBBYLife follower on Instagram at BraveDaveOpen. Are you ready?
All right.
Here are the rules. You must put one hand behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
You must empty the Kleenex container using only one hand. And the first one to completely empty their box is the winner. The rules are pretty easy. Do you need me to explain them again?
Chris is
Hang on, let me
needing to
take
take
off
his watch.
my Target watch. Okay.
All right.
So one hand behind my back.
Yes.
And I got to open up this box.
You just gotta take all the tissues off. Did you listen
Yes,
to the rules?
you have to open the box first, Chris.
Right now?
Open the box, Chris.
Okay. Box is opening. Box is open.
All right.
Just gonna start ripping them out?
Well, nope. We cannot see your box, so we do not know if you're cheating.
They can't see my box either.
All right. There you go. Here, I'll put it right
Yeah,
here.
CK just got tissue boxes stored, and he's just gonna pick one. Done.
I actually, before the show, I fixed it so that this looks like a bunch of tissues, but it's really not. No, I'm kidding. This is branded, a branded tissue box.
Yes.
Brody the
HOBBYLife
Kid. I love
show.
it.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay, one hand behind the back. You may use only one hand removing the tissue. The first person to get the whole box open wins. Players, take your marks. Ready, set, go.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah. I'm ripping these out.
no.
Holy crap, it's getting tiring. Brody always beats me in trivia. He makes me do the freaking moonwalk. He makes me bark like a dog and cluck like a chicken. I am not going to lose this one. That interrupting game show lady coming up with this impromptu mess up my studio, pull tissues out of a box game.
You guys are very slow at this.
Look, I'm almost done. I got
Save.
about 8 left. 6, 5, 4,
Done.
2,
Oh!
1, 0, 5, 4.
I'm done.
Ah. I had 2 left.
Brody is the winner, and your prize will be going to Luke on Twitter at Luke49062514. Please DM us to claim your prize, which will be this graded Beckett.
Card.
Thank you for playing Pointless Game Show. Return to regularly scheduled programming.
All right, we're back. My wrist is a little tired, but we're back.
Wow. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it was.
That was a good
indeed.
game. I wish I could have won for my person.
Back to the White Sox and Cubs.
Yes, sir. What up?
The White Sox have Luis Robert, who will win Rookie of the Year, and then they're going to make the playoffs and get to the conference championship this year, and the next year they will win the World Series against the Cubs.
Wow. That sounds like your prediction for Jake Fromm to overtake Josh Allen.
Yes,
at the
because
Bills
it's a good
and
prediction.
be the starting quarterback this year and
It's
get
a
to the
good
Super Bowl, you
prediction.
said, right?
It's a good prediction. Jake Fromm is legendary because he went to Georgia.
Okay. I like him.
I think he has potential.
Did you get a chance to find that show yet about Jake Fromm when he was in high school?
No, why do I keep forgetting about that?
Yeah. It's called QB1, I think.
I'm writing it down right now. I'm writing that down.
QB1. I think that's what it's called.
All right, it's written down. I'm going to get to that by the
I know
time
much
you're
like
on the
him.
next
They
show.
follow him around at home before, as he's getting ready, his senior year basically in high school. So as he's preparing and choosing what college he's going to go to. It's really neat. It's a good show.
Chris, we have decided that your player has a second chance at winning. If you're if you're up for the challenge, are you up for the challenge?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I am up for the challenge.
Okay. For Instagram at Brave Dave Open to Win, you must take one of those Kleenexes and make it into a scary Halloween ghost puppet.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to win this one because this was what got my oldest son, Brixon, into what I believe. He loves decor and design and stuff. So one day I went out and I fished out from the yard some chestnuts, those little round chestnuts. And I was like, watch this. And I put them inside this tissue. But I don't have chestnuts here. What can I use? I got to win. Get out of here. Oh, my gosh. I can make a little ghost. All right, here's what I'm going to use. Are you ready? Watch this. Innovation at work.
And when your ghost puppet is done, it must sing Mary Had a Little Lamb in a scary ghost voice. Let us know when you're ready.
Wow, can you see that?
Very spooky.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. There, do I win? Did I win for my Twitter guy?
Yes, you won for Brave Dave.
That's a ghost.
That was the worst Mary Had a Little Lamb we've ever heard, but for Brave Dave Open, he will win a Brody the Kid prize pack.
Congratulations.
I think that's an awesome ghost.
It's not bad for 10 seconds worth of quality.
Look at that.
And back
What
to
else
the
you got for
regular
me there, interrupting game show lady? Come on, bring it.
I think we're done with the interrupted game shows for the episode. You lucked out.
Okay.
All right, let's open a pack, shall we? But
Let's
first,
rip it.
we got to hear your rip.
Rip.
I like that. All right, we're going to be opening a 2019 Panini Illusions football pack. We get 5 cards in here. Let's see what we get. Illusions, very nice looking product. Some nice clear cards.
2019, huh?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So let's start this bad boy off with a Mystique Carry On Johnson.
Carry on, my wayward Johnson. He's awesome.
I don't know, man. My boy DeAndre Swift is a new Lion, so I don't know.
Oh, he's Georgia?
Yes.
D Swift?
Yes. All right, we're saving our numbered card for the last card. Oh, the brand new Chicago Bear, Nick Foles.
Nice.
Will he start over Trubisky? What is your opinion?
No, he will not.
Interesting.
No, he's not going to start over. They bring him in to shake up Mitch a little bit
scare
to
him.
have a little...
To spook Trubisky. Your job is in danger if you don't start playing good. A.J. Brown. Furrian Brown. Furrian Brown.
A.J. Brown.
Another Titan. The Beast. Derrick Henry. Nice. And Our numbered card, pretty short print. 22 of 99. 2 off from the jersey number, which would have made it a eBay 1 of 1. Benny Snell Jr.
Oh, Benny.
Well, is...
He's good. He's from Kentucky or Kansas. I get him mixed up. I think it's Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I don't think he got a big opportunity first season there in the rookie year, but hopefully they give him the rock this year and let him run a little bit.
Yes. I mean, they also have James Conner, so that should be an interesting little offense there. Well, thank you for coming on, Chris, and checking in with the Hobby Life show.
Yeah. Anytime. I love it here. I love spending time with you and talking about cards and hobby and releases. A big week this week with Mosaic Basketball and Bowman Baseball on Friday. Contenders Draft. Brody, something tells me you'll have some of that to open because there's 1 autograph per pack. So those will be good for you to open up on the air because you're guaranteed a pack.
I can't wait till this is all over and I can go to your shop to film an episode. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be like a dream come true. I finally get to go to Top Shelf.
You get to come back. As soon as they make that announcement, bud, you're here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what our governor says.
Yes, we shall wait. And like I said, I cleaned it up for you, man. It's not cluttered anymore. It's like meticulous. Ready for Brody's arrival.
Is it looking gnarly?
It is.
And rad.
I moved some things around. Not too many changes, but I did. I had all this time, so I kind of moved some areas around and some displays, and you'll see when you get here. You'll be surprised. Kids section's good.
I hope I am.
Kids sponsored by Brody, the kid front section there for the kids, so that's good. Spice that up a little bit.
Spice it up.
We did.
I like that. Thanks for coming on, Chris. I could talk to you all day, 24/7, 365, but we got a show to get to. So I will see you later. Have a good day. Peace.
Out. All right, Brody. Thanks for having me.
Thanks
for all the tissues. Bye.
All right, everyone. Please welcome to Hobby Life, Luke from Southern Hobby. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
Not bad. Can't complain. Hanging in there. Just wanted to thank you for joining on and for Southern Hobby for the support and supporting the show. It means a lot. Just for people that don't know, can you explain what Southern Hobby does and what the role of the distributor is?
Yeah. So Southern Hobby is a wholesale distribution company for a wide variety of collectible and entertainment products. Obviously, the sports trading card world is a big part of our business. But basically what we do, we're the middlemen between the distributor or the manufacturers and the retail stores. So we bring the product in, we floor it, and then we find stores or breakers or whoever to sell the product to. Right now, it's a pretty easy job to have because the product's moving on its own. We don't have to do a whole lot of sales. Everything's allocated. So I get to do that fun job of allocating product to stores, deciding where it goes, which is not always fun conversations to have with customers. But yeah, the reason we exist is essentially we're guaranteed partners. They're there for the manufacturers, and then we find them customers. So we wear multiple hats. We're kind of like a bank a little bit as well with our customers. We give them terms. Offer help the best we can to make sure that the product gets in the hand of consumers like yourself and other fine folks that watch the show.
Just something I wanted to ask, since like this crazy time has happened and product hasn't been coming out as much, has it been different because there hasn't been any new coming out, any new products coming out, or has it been pretty much the same?
Yeah, I mean it's been a challenge, which the way we work, we kind of go week to week and move because there's always new releases, new products coming out normally. So with the way things have been, everything's allocated. So we don't have anything sitting on the floor to sell. So we depend on that next week to have new product going out the door. And so it's presented a little bit of a challenge. We made a pretty big buy at the end of February and brought in some back stock of older products, even some retail stuff that was out there on the market to have some stuff to offer customers. And then We were able to pick up some newer stuff on the open market. Granted, it was at a higher price, which everything's inflated right now, as I'm sure you know. But yeah, we did what we had to do to make sure we had product for our customers. It wasn't easy, but luckily there's some new releases coming out now. So
Like you were talking about how your job is, so you're talking about how you distribute the product to the shops. What are some of the different products Southern Hobby sells to shops?
okay. Well, are you talking just sports trading cards, or are you talking just in general, everything?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So obviously, the sports trading card stuff. So Panini Tops, we're actually one of the three United States distributors for Upper Deck, Leaf, all that stuff. And then on the gaming side, we're one of the biggest distributors for Wizards of the Coast, which is Magic, and their parent company Hasbro. We actually distribute for Hasbro as well, which is toys and board games. Other CCGs like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and those type of CCG card games. We also do supplies like Ultra Pro, Arcane Tinman, which is Dragon Shield, Ultimate Guard. There's some other new supply companies coming out that we're going to be distributing for. And then we also do board games, which has been a little bit of a challenge with the pandemic and stores being closed. It makes it a little more difficult. But yeah, we do a wide variety of things. We do Pop Funkos, toys. So anything collectible entertainment wise, we've had our hand in at some point, or we do right now. So
That is a lot of products.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of SKUs. You should see our warehouse.
So obviously, especially like basketball this year, prices for like Prism and stuff, with how much that keeps jumping up in price.
Yep.
What product is like that and it keeps going up and up? Does that change how like you guys have to work to distribute it? It's kind of confusing how.
Yeah. So the way it affects us is there's so much demand that we don't have enough for how much people are wanting. Obviously, because it's a collectible product, right? If there was enough for everybody, it would take the collectible value away. And in the past, that hasn't always been the difficult part. In the past, sometimes there's some years where there wasn't the demand for the product. And now that you've seen this spike with people coming back into the hobby, our job is essentially allocating where the product goes. So deciding which customers that we have across the country that have been loyal to us throughout get the product. We don't hold it back. I mean, there's some people out there that like to hold it back and they raise the price and then just sell it that way. But we allocate it all out at the MAP price, essentially, maybe a little bit higher, but not much, and get it out into our customers' hands so they can get it to you guys. Now, whether they mark it up or not, we can't control that. So, but what we sell it at, we can control.
Yeah, and you mentioned about the price stuff, and
Yeah.
especially kids watching right now, it's not the best time for sports cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about you and how you started working for Southern Hobby, and did
Yeah.
you collect before you started working there?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I did collect in the 90s, back when that boom happened. I was into it a little bit, and then I kind of got out of it when I got older, and I didn't really know much about the hobby until I started working for Southern Hobby again, and that's kind of when I dove back into it. But the way I started working for Southern Hobby is I met one of the owners back before I graduated college, actually. And gave him my resume, and he actually held on to it. I was actually working in Nashville for 2 years before they called me, and I interviewed a couple times for a couple different positions, and then ended up landing the position that I got, which was the buyer position with sports cards. So I was dealing with Panini and Topps and Upper Deck directly, buying from them for our locations, doing allocations, stuff like that.
And I know you live in Nashville.
Yep.
So are your favorite teams the Predators
Yep.
and Titans?
The Titans, yep. And then I'm also a St. Louis Cardinals fan, actually.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite colleges? You like Vanderbilt?
No. I'm from Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky basketball fan. Kentucky basketball, Kentucky football. Yeah. Mainly basketball.
I'm a Georgia fan, so
Okay.
Well, in basketball, Kentucky always has Georgia, but in football, usually,
Yeah, I
especially,
know how that story goes.
um, what are some of your favorite products, in all sports from all, uh,
All sports and all companies. Okay. Let's see. From Panini, I mean, there's the obvious ones. Everybody loves Prism and Optic and stuff like that. My favorite is actually one of the newer products they've been doing, which is Obsidian.
oh,
I like the black card. I used to like black gold a lot when they did that. So bringing back the all black um, backgrounds, I like that. So Obsidian's probably one of my favorite products. I remember when they showed us that in the distributor meeting. I was a big fan of that, and it's delivered on every release. So that's one of my favorite Panini products. On tops, obviously you got Bowman. Who doesn't love Bowman? And Topps Chrome.
right.
Trying to think of something that's not as hyped up, but everything on Topps is so high. I guess I look forward to Series 1 every year, Series 2. Those are always fun to open, all the inserts and stuff. So those are probably some of my favorite products. And then from Upper Deck, I like O-Pee-Chee Platinum a lot, which just came out not too long ago. Trying to think. And then the cup, obviously, who doesn't love the cup? The cup's awesome. So those are a few of my favorites.
You mentioned the cup, and it's like you can't. It's like who doesn't love Flawless?
Yeah, our national treasures. Yeah.
Let's take a moment and talk about Beckett.
Okay.
Obviously, the other sponsor of our show.
Yeah.
What do you think about Beckett? Dun, dun. Thank you to Southern Hobby because I'm in the Beckett.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's right
Congrats.
next to Dave and Adams in the last I don't know exactly what you call it, but this is like the regular book page, and this is like
Yeah, here's the back of the cover. That's awesome. You got that full spread. That's a good picture.
yeah, it's a very awesome picture. I'm like, yo, what's up? All right, can you tell me about Southern Hobby's repacked products?
Yeah, it's called Fantasy Sports Breaks. We've been the sole primary distributor for Fantasy Sports Breaks for about 2.5 years now, I think, maybe 2 years. We have a exclusive agreement with them. They're two guys that we actually had a customer of ours direct us to them. And it's a product that they build themselves out of their basement. They're just two good old boys in North Carolina, and it was wildly successful when we found them. And all we did was make it bigger by using our customer base and our distribution network. But essentially, they go out, they buy collections and singles and different cards at shows and stuff like that, and then they put 2 hits and then 2 random packs from any product for that sport in each box. And it's a 6-box case, and the SRP, we do football, baseball, and basketball. The SRP, I think, depends on we don't have a mandated one, but it ranges anywhere from $200 to $300, depending on the sport. And but yeah, it's even getting hard to make right now because the singles market is getting so out of hand, and the cards are getting harder and harder to find. So we're even having to allocate that product now. But it's good. It's doing really well for us. But we're trying to make some kids packs. So when we do that, we'll send you some.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially with Jordan and LeBron. That's going on. His stuff on eBay is like crazy. Like,
yeah, when we started the basketball, they were putting a Jordan or a LeBron, I think, in every case, and that's getting harder and harder to do now. So
especially like PSA cards, they're going
yeah,
through.
yeah, and we've had a little bit of a hang up with them during the pandemic because of the grading issues. Obviously, it's been taking a little bit longer to get the product because we have cards hung up there, but should be picking back up now. So
That's awesome. I like that a lot. That sounds pretty awesome.
yeah, we'll have to get you a box so you can preview it on here.
Whoa, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Where can we find Southern Hobby on social media platforms?
So we have 2 different handles. One is Southern Hobby Gaming. One is Southern Hobby Sports. So obviously with this channel, most people probably want to see the Southern Hobby Sports. We're on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. If you just search Southern Hobby Sports, should be the first account that pops up with our logo. Just give us a follow. If you have any questions, feel free to DM.
Well, thank you so much to Southern Hobby for supporting me, and thank you for coming on the show, Luke. It means a lot.
Absolutely.
And peace out.
Thanks for having me.
Alright, everyone, it's time for some product review. So, last weekend, I was going a little crazy being stuck at home. So, I decided to go to downtown Chicago, obviously keeping social distance, to all of the Major League Sports team stadiums. The Cubs, the White Sox, the Bulls, the Blackhawks, the Bears. It was awesome. One of the best product reviews ever. Check it out. Welcome to Chicago, everyone. Today's product review is in honor of all the sports seasons that I missed. Let's do this! First up, Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs. I caught a foul ball. Welcome, everyone, to Wrigley Field, one of the most iconic stadiums in all of sports. Obviously, the Cubs play here, but there's also a bunch of concerts and awesome events here. The Under Armour All-American game is here, so it's a really awesome stadium, and I'm glad to be here. We're going to be doing a pack of 2020 Opening Day Baseball. Let's get to it. You get 7 cards in here. It's just a hobby pack. All right. So a good start with a Shohei Ohtani. It's nice. We have a rookie card of Sean Murphy. Nice. I think he can be good. Got Orlando Arcia, a great fielder for the Milwaukee Brewers. Matt Olson. We have a rookie cup of Will Smith. Nice. Manny Machado. And a opening day New York Yankees. That's pretty cool. Alright, this was Wrigley Field. Thank you all. Let's move on. Clark, you in there? Hello? Are you ready for some football? This is Soldier Field, home of the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears. Welcome to Soldier Field! Well, across the street from Soldier Field, because this is as close as we can get. This is one of the most iconic stadiums. It's all football, really cool. So, we're going to be doing a hobby pack of 2019 playoff football. Get 8 cards in here. I like the design of playoff. There are 2 autos and 2 memorabilia cards per box and 12 packs, so we have a 1 in 3 shot of getting a hit. So let's see what we find. So we have Marcus Allen. Like I said, I like the design this year. Denzel Ward. Nice. Kerryon Johnson. Chandler Jones. We have a rookie of Travis Homer. Then we have a Air Command. That's cool. Kyler Murray. That's pretty nice. Sweet. A Stargazing of Saquon Barkley. Sick. And a rookie card of Andy Isabella. Go Bears! Hey! Can you let me in? And now, the United Center, the home of the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago Blackhawks, and right next door is the Advocate Center, which is the training facility for the Bulls. We're going to be opening 2019-20 Credentials Hockey Upper Deck. We get 6 cards in here. This hobby pack, I think there's 6 or 7 packs per box, and there's a decent amount of hits. I haven't opened any of this yet, but I've watched it, and I think it's a really cool product. So let's see what we get in here. I like that up the top. Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks. That's awesome. Nice. Then we have a Drew Doughty. Then we have a rookie science insert card from the Red Wings. Pretty cool. Then we have a credentials through the boards acetate card. Very cool looking. Looks like you'd be watching a hockey game. There. Very cool card. Then we have Alexander Ovechkin. Nice. Sweet card. And Nico Grantilton or something like that. I miss hockey, I miss sports. Alright everyone, we are opening a 2019-20 Donruss Optics Cello Pack. It's a huge pack. Zion, John, Kobe White, potentially Daniel Gafford. That would be sweet to pull. Rookie, maybe even an auto then. Let's get into this. So you have 3 base optic packs and a red, what are they called? Blue Velocity parallels. Alright, so I'm going to put them on the ground because I don't know where else really to put them. So let's get into this. Alright, so we have Anthony Davis, Willie Cauley-Stein, Optic Super Shiny, love it. We have I believe this is a purple, De'Aaron Fox. That's Gary V's dude right there. Then we have a rated rookie card of Taco Fall. Alright, second pack. Let's see what we find. Alright. We have Dylan Wright. Zach LaVine for the Chicago Bulls. That's pretty cool. We have an insert winner stays of Isaiah Thomas. Nice. And a Joe Harris. Alright. Last regular pack, then we're going to get into our Blue Velocity pack. Come on, Zion. Alright, we have John Collins. As Joe Harris wants to blow away. Bojan Bogdanovic. Nice. We have a silver express lane insert of James the Beard Harden. And it's rated rookie of Justin Robinson. Alright, on to our Blue Velocity pack. Come on, Zion. Come on. Alright, these cards very good looking. Kristaps Porzingis, Alonzo Trier, and rated rookie, Ty Jerome. Man, I really wish that basketball was going on. I miss it a lot. Miss watching the Bulls and Zach LaVine and all the good players playing. Go Bulls! Benny! Tommy Hawk! Let me in! This is Guaranteed Rate Field, also known as Sox Park, and it is home of the Chicago White Sox. Welcome to Guaranteed Rate Field, home of the Chicago White Sox, my favorite baseball team. I miss baseball, but we're here, and we have a box of 2020 Topps Archive Signature Series. We're going to get one autograph, just one card. It's a buyback card. So it's going to be fun. Let's get into this. This was actually the first release of 2020, before Series 1 actually. But we're going to get into this, and we're going to see how we do. Alright, it's going to come up right away, and I'm going to see it right away. So, it is a Kevin Newman, numbered 17 of 68. Kind of weird number. Rookie from Bowman. Nice. I like that. It's pretty cool because it's a rookie. Nice sticker, archive signature series. I miss baseball, man. I miss watching White Sox games.
Let's go, White Sox!
Wait. I'm not ready to leave yet. We're going to open this pack of 2020 Topps Heritage. This is a hobby pack. We get 9 cards. Let's see what we get. Maybe we'll get Zach Collins or Dylan Cease. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Maybe we'll get the hit of the box. There's one auto or relic per box. Alright, we have a Diamondbacks Rookie Stars. Lori Garcia, that's pretty cool. A Kevin Newman, who we just got out of our Signature Series box. We have a 2019 World Series Celebration. Washington Nationals finished legit. That's pretty cool. Finished the fight. I don't know why I thought that said legit. Andrew Miller. Victor Caratini, Hector, and Derek Dietrich. I really miss baseball, man. Hey, Tim, did you collect baseball cards when you were a kid?
Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game.
Come on, Southpaw! You green fuzzy stud! It's me, Brody the Kid!
Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game.
Yeah, I'll take one ticket to any game, any sport, anywhere, please! Alright everyone, welcome to Hobby Life. Mike from Mike Stadium Sports Cards. How you doing?
You know what? I feel bad about saying that things are good. I don't think we should be saying things are good, but fortunately I can. Things are good. I guess as good as they can be.
Right. Alright, before we get started, just yesterday I got your package in the mail you sent me with this awesome t-shirt. This amazing t-shirt. Also, these packs. So, if it's okay with you, do you want to start this by opening these packs?
Absolutely, you bet. I want to see you open those up. I figured those would be cool. I just do any of the guys from Metallica watch this show? Because if they do, I'm gonna probably have some licensing issues over the t-shirt. So Lars, I apologize. Kirk, it's a compliment. I really love your stuff, and that's why we chose your logo.
But oh man, voice crack. Before we go, I want to hear your rip. It's gotta be good.
My rip. Oh, wait a second. I'm supposed to have a rip.
Like rip.
Oh, okay. Rip.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna start with the 20th anniversary upper deck. I don't know how many cards we get in here. It's pretty thin, so I'm assuming 2 or 3 maybe.
You get a Jordan autograph for Splitzing, right?
All right, we have Reggie Bush. It's pretty cool. These cards actually look very nice. They did a good job with these. I like them. The backs are pretty nice too. And then we have a Mario Lemieux. It's pretty cool. All right, so next, let's jump into 2017 NFL Player of the Day. Should be interesting. See what we grab. Nice. Russell Wilson. That's pretty cool. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And A.J. Green. I don't know. Is he like hurt or something? He's been quiet the last couple of years. I haven't like seen what he's been doing.
I think that happens when you play on the Bengals.
Hey, maybe not anymore with Joe Burrow. The breaks with Bengals are not going to be cheap anymore.
I remember 2018 was the first year anybody ever wanted the Browns in a break.
All right, next we have 25th anniversary upper deck. I was looking at these before. This was actually the only one of these 4 packs that had the odds. So we have a 1 in 17 shot at an autograph or printing plate. So we'll see if we get good odds out of this pack. All right, we have Marquise Lee. I don't think I'm gonna try that. That's not a good idea. Oh, we got a numbered Sidney Crosby, 139 to 250. That's pretty awesome.
Wait, did you say Sidney or Cindy? Because a lot of people make fun of his name.
I wouldn't make fun of one of the best players of hockey. I'm not that mean. Julius Erving, Dr. J, and Ryan Getzlaf. I'm not too huge on hockey. So. I watch the Blackhawks and the Winnipeg Jets, and that's about it. All right, final pack, 2019 Topps Holiday. This is interesting. You have potential for some really nice stuff. So let's see what we find. We have Manny Machado. Nice. Evan White for the Mariners. And from the Rays, Izzy Wilson. You better like those energy drinks or whatever, the Izzy's. You better be a fan of those, or else I'm going to go over to his house and ask him. All right, so those are some pretty awesome promotional packs there. Let's get to the interview. So, how long has your shop been open for?
We opened up in December 11th, 1992. So we've been open for 27 years. And it's 27 years of not having to find a real job. It's awesome.
That's a long time. That's like 2 times how old I am. So,
I've been growing the beard the whole time. We started. That's when the beard started. Yeah.
um, what are some special promotions you do for your customers?
So for like the last 15 years, every week we do a Saturday drawing where you get $25 in store credit every time you stop in. You get a chance to win. For like a decade, or I don't know, okay, also like 15, 20 years, we take one pack of each new release. We put it up on our board, and every time you buy a box from us, you get a chance to win it.
Oh,
And
wow.
then yeah. So if so, we draw one name or one number, and if that person's not here, it rolls over. So we get 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. We've had to get up to over 6 months worth of packs.
Wow.
And I think I have to like give somebody a tax form if it's like $1,200. We've had some tax form moments. So
Yeah, that's a lot of prizes. That's really cool. All those promotions. I know you have a kids club, and it's very big. Can you tell us about that?
we got the idea from another shop, and about a year ago we started. Actually, it was a year ago we started offering a kids club, and we realized that we've got so many kids coming in here that why not go a little bit extra and just give away something free every month. So it's really cool. You get a card, so you get to carry it around the wallet. I remember being a kiddo, and like I got a library card. Library cards were kind of cool, and you had something in your wallet.
I got a library card.
But do you have a library card?
Yeah, I haven't used it in a long time because I can't really go to the library.
Well, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. Uh, so every month you come in, you just get something completely for free. Sometimes it's a pack of sleeves. It's 10 cards from our quarter bin. Right now we've got a bunch of Jordan stickers. So all the kids get a Jordan sticker every month. So we're always trying to look for like cool ways to reward some of our younger collectors. And what's funny is like a lot of parents signed up their kids, a lot of dads specifically signed up their kids. And I think they just use your kids to be like, hey, honey, we got to take the kids to the shop. We got to get that free thing. Oh, wait, I'm at the card shop also. Hey, this is kind of cool. But what we've seen is it's really brought a lot of families into the shop who are collecting now together. We're seeing dads, we're seeing moms and sons, moms and daughters coming in as well. And what like the coolest thing is like, so you'll get a brother, sister, the brother's all into cards, and the sister's like, I don't want one. The dad's like, no, get one. It's okay. So then you like a couple months later, you've got the sister come in and like, hey, what do I get this month? And they're more excited than the brother. So it's not just for boys, it's for girls, it's for anybody who can't drive. Not saying if you're driving is horrible, but if you're old enough to drive, then you can buy your own stuff. But yeah, if you can't drive, get in our kids club. It's completely free. And if you have a local card shop that you go to, ask them about it. I'll send them my template. I'll send them a picture of it. Ask them to start something at their store. It's completely easy. Most of the stuff we give away is stuff that like we just got laying around in the back. Other times we've hit up Panini. Scotty Pruscia there was incredible. He sent us like more packs than we could ever give away. And it's just awesome to see support from the manufacturer level. And I think it's just so cool to see younger collectors getting into the hobby the way they are right now.
Yeah, I love that. It's my thing, getting more kids into the hobby. We need it. Or else, like I say, when you guys, let's just say, are gone, and only the kids are left, and none of them are into the hobby, then rip the sports cards as well.
I'm pretty safe in saying that the next generation and the generation after that are going to be solid collectors.
Let's hope so. With this virus, you never know. Because, like I was joking, I just finished 6th grade. I might never even step foot in my middle school again. It just might be like it's 9th grade. All right, class, welcome to high school. I'm going to be like, oh boy.
Well, this is great. You won't get any swirlies. You won't get like run into the lockers. You'll be able to work on your pickup lines with girls. You'll be able to practice for a while. That you'll be all set.
Don't mind if I ask you, but how many members do you have to the date in your kids club?
We have over 300. I think it's like 350. My hope was to get to 200. We actually initially said like get in before we run out of spots. We're going to cap it up at 200, and I got to 201. I'm like, I can't stop. I'm just giving away cards. So yeah, last time we counted was like 350.
Wow.
So we've had a lot of kids during the pandemic who are like, so do I still get something? I'm like, yeah, don't worry, come in, or when you're allowed to come in, we've got something waiting for you. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And it's great to see the enthusiasm. We've got so many kids who, even though they couldn't stop in the shop, are like, hey, I still get something. Like, yeah, don't worry about it. We're covered.
So I know you are a Broncos fan, Nuggets fans. You live in Denver. Wanted to ask you a couple questions about those teams. So, first, Drew Lock. Is he the next John Elway or the next Paxton Lynch? What are your thoughts?
Well, he doesn't have a really cool mustache like Paxton Lynch did. So we're certainly hoping that he's going to be the next John Elway, meaning that he's in every car dealership in town. John will also sell you furniture in town, I believe, as well. But specific to the field, look at the last 5 games he played. He went 4-1. He lost a game in the snow in Kansas City. Okay, and he didn't look good that game. So, which is, I mean, hey, they kind of won that Super Bowl thing. So being on the road and losing in Kansas City, that's not completely embarrassing. I thought during the offseason he was going to have more rookie rise and more interest than any of the other 2019 rookies. And then we've seen that happen locally and also on the national level. In terms of how is he going to play, geez, I mean, there's nothing cooler as a sports card shop owner than when your team drafts a quarterback. I mean, I remember in 2016, you brought up Paxton Lynch. I remember being at a restaurant. It closed at 9:00, and the Broncos made a trade to move up or whatever it was, and the pick was in at like 8:56, and the restaurant's kind of like, "Hey, we're ready to go," and I'm like, "No, we got to stay. We got to stay. We got to stay." So my son was like 14 years old, and the pick comes in, and it's Paxton Lynch, and 14-year-old Sam knows exactly what drafting a quarterback means. He's like, "Dad, this is awesome. This is great." We're jumping around. The restaurant's like, "Great, you got Paxton Lynch. Can you leave now?" So we had a lot of interest in Paxton Lynch until he played. It's kind of like, yeah, that was not our best move. But so far, at least, Drew Lock has performed better in the limited time he's had. And the hope is that he's more like Johnny Boy than Paxton.
And it's definitely not a bad thing they lost to Kansas City because the Bears played Kansas City, and let's just say that didn't go very well. Maybe next year, Bears. Maybe next year will be good for once. And the only time they were actually good is when we had like the easiest schedule in the whole league, and then we get a hard schedule, and we're 8-8. There's the Bears for you. Also,
I got to thank you as a Bears fan. Thank you for taking Jay Cutler away from us so many years ago. That was really cool of you guys. Thank you so much.
yeah, well, any Miami fans out there, I want to thank them for taking Jay Cutler away from the Bears for a couple of years. That was pretty nice of them too. Just wanted to ask you about the Nuggets. Obviously, the past couple of years, they've been pretty good at the top of the Western Conference. I just wanted to ask you, if the season restarted, or not restarted, but you know what I mean, and the Western Conference Finals was between the Lakers and the Nuggets, do you think the Nuggets would win?
We're sweeping them in 4. In fact, I think we have. What day is it? Is it May 19th? Oh wait, no, we haven't played them in the Western Conference Finals yet. But when we do, whatever, we're so sweeping the Lakers. They don't have a chance. That LeBron guy, he's so old. Jokic, we've got Murray, Paul Millsap's a great veteran, and we've still got this thing swept. I think that's the reason why there's no NBA right now, is because the NBA just doesn't want to see the Nuggets embarrass the Lakers in 4. That's the whole reason. So yeah, but when it happens, just remember this moment.
LeBron, you can never really say he's old because every year he's just still getting 30 points a year, averaging almost triple doubles, all-star game. I think I was looking at him yesterday. Every year except his rookie year, he's made the all-star game, which is pretty incredible.
It's funny, we're having kind of the LeBron mania rehash with Zion this year. So it's, I mean, as an old person, I was around when LeBron was a rookie, and we're seeing that same type of interest right now with basketball cards. I mean, we haven't had a basketball game in 2 months, and it's so funny. We'll get people come in the shop, and they're like, "Dude, Jason Tatum's on fire," and I'm like, "Is he on the schoolyard? What does he do? Is it the Y? Where is Jason Tatum playing basketball?" But it's interesting that with what's going on, we still have collectors who are like, "You see Zion?" And I'm like, is there some new video of him? And collectors are still talking about these guys as though if there was a game yesterday. And I'm like, if I'm missing it, I'm looking at my TV right now. Like, I'll turn on my TV when there's sports, gladly. And I'm not thinking like I'm missing something or.
Hey, this weekend there was a NASCAR race and I enjoyed it. That was fun to watch. Just seeing sports, no matter what sport it was just, I took it. I mean, it was a good race. Harvick led for about 100 laps and then he came up strong. It was a little scary, Jimmy Johnson with that crash, and then he got out of the race, and I was kind of sad for him because it looked like it hurt. So that's NASCAR. All right. What are some of your favorite products in each sport?
All right. So great question. So as an old person, I grew up and there was just Tops. So I've always got an affinity to the regular base Tops brand in each of the sports. I grew up in Miami, so we would see a lot of baseball cards. We'd see a lot of football cards. Didn't see a lot of basketball, and I didn't know that hockey even had cards for for the early part of my life. So I mean, when Top Series 1 comes out every year, I know it's not like the most expensive brand. I know it doesn't deliver the most autographs. I know it doesn't have the most jersey cards. But for me, being able to break open a box of Tops every year, it's like a return to my childhood. It's like a really important thing to me. And it's something I completely look forward to. So in basketball, I'm not going to say the easy answer. What's my favorite basketball? Geez, I'm not saying the easy one. I want to go with something different. I like Noir because it's a fun name.
Noir.
Yeah, I get more people who come in. They're like, "Do you have any Noir?" And I'm like, "It's Noir." And I feel like I'm like some elite guy teaching him, like, "No, you do not even know the word. You cannot buy my product." But I like the look of Noir, and it just sounds really cool. In terms of football, I like Playbook, just because it's the only product where you're getting a Playbook card in every pack, a booklet card in every pack. Obviously, you see them a lot in other products like National Treasures, but I think the innovation that goes into Playbook every year, it's kind of like I think it's one of the most innovative sets. I love what they do. It looks really cool. It really stands out. In terms of hockey, geez, I don't want to say the cup. That's kind of easy. I like Synergy, which is kind of an awkwardly collected set.
Nice, yeah.
They look beautiful. It's kind of like, I hate to compare between companies, like somebody copied somebody else, but like I think back to like the EX inserts in the mid '90s for basketball, and you see a lot of the plastic, the see-through technology and Synergy, and I like what they do with that product. It just really looks cool. So lots of great parallels, and it's a really strong set for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all those products, especially Noir. Noir.
Excuse me, it is time for Interrupting Game Show. This is the part of the show where Brody doesn't know the questions and hopefully the guest knows the answer. I need to know if you both are ready.
I guess.
That does not sound convincing. Are you ready?
I mean, I guess I could say yes.
All right, Brody will ask Mike a question. He has to pick one of the options and go as fast as he can. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Mountains or beaches?
Mountains. Mountains by far.
Taco Tuesday or tacos every day?
I like Taco Tuesday. It makes it a little bit more special. If you did tacos every day, it would kind of like lose some of its luster.
Autos or relics?
Autos. On-card autos.
Veggies or fruits?
You know my last name is Fruitman, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. So I guess that's a pretty obvious answer. Would you rather have X-ray vision or a Mickey Mantle card with bent corners?
X-ray vision, because I play a lot of blackjack, and if I could know what the next card was, I could afford a Mickey Mantle with bent corners. I could afford a Mickey Mantle with really good corners. So yes, X-ray vision.
Stop! This is the bonus round. Both of you must ask and answer the questions with your eyes closed.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
NASCAR or soccer?
Neither. Soccer.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram by a nose.
All right, this one's interesting. Cubs or White Sox?
Cubs.
Really? Rocky or Hoosiers?
Wait, Rocky or wait, Rockies or
Hoosiers.
well, I'm going Rocky.
All right. Which is worse, chicken pox for a year or pack searchers?
Oh man, pack searchers by far.
Metallica or Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh,
That's
jeez.
a hard one for me too.
Oh, oh.
That was a trick question. There is no correct answer to that because they both rule.
Thank
And because I ask everyone, Anna or Elsa?
you. I'm gonna let that one go. Anna.
Yeah, Anna's pretty good, but I don't know.
Thank you for playing Interrupting Game Show. You may continue on with regular programming.
All right. What was I just about to ask you? Oh, what have been some of the coolest cards you and some of the customers in your shops have been pulled in the shop?
Great question. A bunch of years ago, we had somebody from a Leaf product pull a Babe Ruth cut signature card. So that was a beast. In terms of most expensive card, we had somebody pull a Jason Tatum from National Treasures that they sold for 5 figures. It was a nice low numbered one with a really sweet patch. Shoot, we've had one of one autographs of Hank Aaron. I mean, at one point we pulled a Barry Bonds autograph, and during that short little window, that little instant window that we will never revisit, that was an incredibly cool card. Shoot, I'm trying to think. Like, we had some 1984 Topps packs, and somebody pulled a really nice Elway out of that. So obviously in Colorado, that was a really good card. It's been a while since somebody's pulled a Jordan autograph. Hopefully we can do that again. Man, oh man, I got to go with the Babe Ruth autograph. How do you top Babe Ruth?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's the best baseball player of all time, unless Mike Trout passes him, which I wouldn't be surprised if that happens one day.
Well, Mike Trout has to be a good pitcher first, because Babe Ruth was a pretty solid pitcher also.
That's true. What products have you noticed that have been hot in the store right now?
Everything. There's not been an unpopular product. The last 2 months have just been like nothing I've ever seen in this hobby. I've worked every hour the shop's been open. I'm still showing up every single day. Even when we were closed, I was able to still come here and do breaks and do personal box breaks. And every single thing. We never really sold wrestling. We were out of wrestling. Our MLS cards, we had a former player find us who was like, "What do you have?" And I'm like, "There you go, you can have it." We sold a box of Bundesliga yesterday, which tells me the apocalypse is quickly upon us. Every single thing. 9091 Fleer. 9091 Fleer is the hottest product in the market right now. Those atrociously colored yellow boxes are the most popular things out there right now. And even though I feel badly selling them for market price, they people line up. We sold a box of 9192 Fleer yesterday. I mean, the guy saw it on my counter. He's like, "How much is that?" I'm like, "It's 9192 Fleer. You're going to get a $5 Jordan, and it's got a red border, and you're never going to get a 10. But $29, you can have it." So like, yes, there's the big 5, which is what? Prism, Optic, Select, anything that names Bowman, anything in the Bowman family. And then at this point, like any 2020 product for baseball. I looked at my case yesterday. We sold out of our last couple packs of Topps Tribute the other day. Actually, last Wednesday, I went to Colorado Springs. It was my anniversary. So we went to this place called the Garden of the Gods for my wife, and I found a card shop for me because it's my anniversary too. So found 2 boxes of Topps Tribute, brought them back. And if the guy had 10 more, I would have bought 10 more. It's just nuts. Collectors are collecting like nothing's happened. Like, sports are still being played. And, it's a couple things. Immediately when this happened, I thought we were all going to pot. I thought we were going to like curl up in a ball. And like, there are these insects like during the dry season that like they just curl up and they wait for it to rain again. And they just hibernate kind of thing. And I thought that was what was going to be what happened to card shops, because every time there's a work stoppage, people don't collect. I mean, Zion didn't score 28 points last night. LeBron didn't have 4 awesome dunks that made your jaw drop. We haven't seen Bo Bichette play a game. So you would think that with all this going on, there wouldn't be any collecting. And if anything, we've seen the opposite. People have gone to collecting. At first I thought it was like their normalcy, but there's a certain amount of that. But you're seeing collecting growing. The guys who collected with us for a long time are collecting more. The people who've gone away are coming back. The people I've never seen who collected when they were young are coming in, and there's just such a buzz about the hobby. You've got obviously Gary saying great things, illuminating it. You've got a recent Sports Illustrated article. You've got a lot of mainstream press saying sports cards are back, even though they've been back.
Mm-hmm.
The awareness of sports card collecting right now is like something I've literally never seen before. I've been around since '92, and I've never seen collecting this popular. We go on. So my shop's open 10 until 6. I go home for a few hours. I'm coming back at 9, and I'm saying, guys, we're going from 9 until 11. I'm not an all-night breaker. We're going to be here for a little bit. We're going to hang out. It's 11 o'clock. Come on, that's you got a bedtime. You're not in school, but you got to go to bed eventually. And like, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Can we stop? And you're like, no, 3 more boxes, 2 of these. Let's go. I didn't get a chance yet. So I stay 11 o'clock, and I'm dropping at like 12:30, which is awesome. I pay for a little bit the next morning, but it's awesome to see people that excited. And I think more importantly, it's not just like, okay, fine, yeah, it's the dollars, but realistically, more important to me is the opportunity to hang with my collectors. There was a time they couldn't come in the shop, and now they can. If they wear a mask, they could be here for 10 minutes and not if there's 3 people. But there was a time for a month and a half where I couldn't have anybody in my store at all. And it was really an awkward thing. I mean, for all these years, all these decades, I was creating an environment with a kids club, with weekend drawings, with all these other things that we do that basically said, get to my store. We're doing great things. And then I had to walk in my store for this month and a half, and I had to turn around after I turned off the alarm and lock my door. And I hated it. I mean, I thought I was going to clean up my store, and I couldn't get a thing done. It looks worse than it ever did. Don't ask Steve how the shop really looks. But like, I thought I was going to be able to work on my store, that nobody was going to call, nobody's going to collect, and it's been the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
We got past the point where I had to lock the door. At one point, we were doing curbside service, and I don't know if you saw it, but I don't have my props with me, but I didn't want to touch anything, and I didn't want to burn a pair of gloves every time I helped somebody out. We had a spatula and a set of tongs, so whatever you wanted, I was like using the spatula and the tongs to make sure it didn't fall, and I would walk it out to you at the door, and it was kind of funny. It was a little bit of a joke, but obviously in the same regard, I don't want anybody to get sick. So that was like a weird 2 weeks, and now we're just back to our normal weird, not our weird.
Yeah, in Illinois, there's still can't really anybody in the shop. My shop that's near me, it's all curbside. I think you can't go. Nobody can go in there. And another thing that's crazy about the hobby is the prices. Not easy for me to get product right now because boxes are expensive. I was looking on like Dave and Abs and stuff, and Gypsy Queen boxes are like $180. Opening days like $50. It's like, what?
If I didn't know it at the time, but if our governor of Colorado had said, hey, it's March 20th, go home, and if you leave your home, we're gonna paint you or something, stay at home, I'd have been like, no, forget this. I've got to open my business. I've got to be there for my collectors. I'm afraid that product is going to lose tremendous value. And if my governor had said that, and I simply had stayed home and just ate bonbons or whatever, like I would have been so much happier, like from a product selection, because I don't have a lot on my wall compared to what I used to have. I know we got a full wall up there, but compared to what it usually looks like, where it's stacked and I've got boxes on their side, as soon as I'm filling up space. I don't feel like I've got a big selection right now. Restocking is very difficult. Every other shop's in the same situation where they're doing very well. And distributors, it used to take me like a whole Monday. I would print out my Monday list. I would go home. Okay, who's got the better price on this? What do I need? What do I need to bring back in? And now I can do that in an hour between product being less affordable and then just the selection. Distributors are seeing the same thing, where they're seeing a giant reduction in what they have available. It's a crazy time. I called this one completely wrong. I'm an idiot. I know nothing about the sports card industry. Anybody who calls me up and asks for advice is making the wrong call. They're calling the wrong person, because I expected a giant stoppage, and it's been anything but. It's been it's almost like LeBron scoring 40,
Mm-hmm.
Zion's ripping down backboards. The NFL is playing in May. it's almost like all these things are happening, and sports are at their biggest peak potential, and there hasn't been a game in 2 months. And no disrespect to the Marble Racing League. I know you guys are out there. You're doing tremendous things. Even though I lost money on Blue the other day, I still think you're a great sport. You're good stuff going on. I mean, that and like UFC and horse racing and now racing, car racing, and that's it. And we're selling more sports cards and seeing more collectors and having more new collectors than anything ever. It's just nuts.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on all those. Just before you go, I wanted to ask you where people could find you on the social media platform.
Very easy. Literally, just type in Mike's Stadium Sports Cards. Do a Google search for us. You're going to find us on Facebook. You're going to find us on Instagram. You're going to find us on Twitter. You're also going to find us on YouTube. The ones I prefer you do would be YouTube and Facebook. That's where we do most of our activity. Saturday nights is kind of our coolest night of the week. We do a thing called Singles Night. So what we do is we get about 150 to 200. If you're looking for love, it's the wrong place. If you're looking to hook up, not going to happen. So what we take it, we got 150 to 200 cards. They're all pre-priced, and I don't have a card in front of me. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool, I do. So I'll basically take a card. It'll be in a sleeve. I'll have a price on it. So whoever types in, if you want this card, you would type in Soto, correctly spelled, before anybody else, and it goes in your pile. And the other week we had a $2 John Elway baseball card. We had a lot of $20 and $30 and $50 cards. And we had a PSA 7.5 Jordan on there a couple months ago. Yeah, there you go. I saw the eyebrows. So we do crazy cards on there. We've had a LeBron James 1-of-1 jersey on there. So you never know. And it's funny because we'll do some $5 base jersey card. The next thing I throw up there is a LeBron James 1-of-1 jersey card with 2 or 3 colors. And it's just nuts. I mean, I don't stack the decks. I literally just put them, I price and I drop them in there. We do those every Saturday night. It's at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We're 2 hours behind those East Coast folks. And we go for about 3 or 4 hours. And it's more of a hangout thing. Yes, we're obviously selling cards, but you're going to quickly see there's a whole lot of back and forth. There's a lot of regulars in the room. And it's just one of the things I've learned in the last 2 months is I'm not a shop, or I'm not a store, excuse me, I'm a shop. I've always strive to do that. Like a store is something like Best Buy, where it's really impersonal. You got a guy named Bob who works there, and the only reason you know his name is Bob because it's on his, mine's on my shirt too. But there's no like emotion. There's no like attraction attached to it. I want to get in that store. I want to get out of that place. I've got a shop, which is a hangout. I always joke that we're like Cheers. We're like, except for we don't have a liquor license. And we want people to hang out here. We want to become part of the Mike's family. And we're seeing that so much more than we ever have before. So obviously, I would much rather not have a pandemic. Pandemics, I've learned, really suck. They're not a lot of fun. But I've learned that my collectors mean more to me than I thought they did. And what I'm hearing from them is that I just sell cards. I'm not fixing problems in the world. I don't know that I can really change your tire. But in terms of like making the world a better place, I've created this community, and we see it on so much of a regular basis now that I'm not glad that we've had what's happened in the last 2 months, but it's helped me appreciate so much more my collectors, what I'm able to do for them, what they're able to do for me. Because I have funky days too, man. I show up and I'm not always happy-go-lucky and everything's great in the world. I get it.
Right.
But those guys have taught me that they're there for me and I'm there for them. And even like there are nights where like I'm not selling anything, we're just hanging out, and I'm having more fun on those nights than other nights. So there you go.
All right. Something I'm going to do for sure when this pandemic ends. I'm going to get out to Colorado and visit your shop. Everybody, make sure to check out Mike's Stadium Sports Cards. Thank you for coming on the show. I'll see you later, and peace out. All right, everyone, it is winter time. First up, the winners of the last 2 spots in the Brody the Kid opening day break are from Twitter, Andrew Sports Mayhem, and from Instagram, Trevor Williams. Send a DM for all the info about the break. And that's not all. There's more winners. What? Winners? The winner of the Optic Pack from Twitter, nominated by their dad, Colin and Brody. Hey, nice name. Send a DM to HOBBYLife Show to claim your prize. But what are we giving away this week? From our sponsor, Beckett Media a Beckett graded BGS 2019 Panini Contenders draft picks, draft ticket auto, 9 mint, 10 auto of Yankees first rounder last year, Anthony Volpe. Now that's a really awesome card. First round pick. I think he was the 18th selection or something like that. That's an awesome card. Make sure you stay tuned to know how to win big with Brody the Kid. Alright, that's it. Episode 10 is in the books. Thank you all for watching. Hope you kids and adults learned a lot from this episode. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at BrodyTK, Instagram at BrodyTheKid1. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brody the Kid. Also, brand new blog posted at BigLeagueBreaks.com. That's about all, guys. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Find the fun. Until next time, everybody. Peace out. Wait. I forgot the most important part of the show. Sponsor, Southern Hobby and Beckett Media. Thank you so much, guys. You rock. Make sure you follow them on your social media platforms. Now I'm really leaving for good. Peace out.
Now I've made it. You know, I've been on GTS. I've been on Beckett. Dr. Beckett has interviewed me. This was the moment when I knew I made it.